gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shanghai EU Qualifier. We are going into the last two matches of the first stage today, as we will be starting to move closer and closer to finding out who will actually make it through. And today, well, I think we got two of the big boys. Obviously, North Academy making some changes recently. We will see Barup and Angilde, a name that I'm going to butcher all the way through this one. They're going to be in for North Academy, and of course up against them today is going to be HellRaisers, who not too long ago made some changes themselves, but seem to be starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm with this team. Of course, still a long way to go, I think, before they're going to be content with their position, and they are going to be one of the teams that's wanting to make it through to this LAN finals, of course. So, map number one, as you can see it at the moment, is going to be Inferno. And it's going to be the pick of HellRaisers. After that, we head off to a Mirage, which I feel like they're not going to be too unhappy to actually play themselves. And then if we get to a third one, we go on to Cash. And again, Cash, I'm looking at it sort of thinking, I don't even know which team would rather play Cash. I feel like maybe North Academy, and that could be the way that they actually win the series if they do manage to get it that far. But again, the first map, at least, I would say is going to heavily favor HellRaisers, although they haven't been together for a whole lot of time. Been together longer than a few days, and that's always going to be a massive factor on a map like this. Huge impact on rotations and utility usage and just sort of team chemistry. I feel like this is a massive map for a team that can just sort of work together well and basically make the correct calls in a lot of the right situations. So I'm looking forward to see, of course, how North Academy are actually able to perform with these new players, and maybe, just maybe, they are going to show us some explosive plays, because that is one thing that they are very good at. We know that they have the heavy hitters that can just step up, make plays, and open rounds. So if they can get off to a good start, then sure. Of course, now at least, we are going to be going into our knife round. Likelihood is both teams are going to be aiming to get onto that CT side, and with a pistol win, get as much utility as possible. That's always the aim of the game. Section off portions of this map, especially on Inferno, or especially on Banana, sorry, where you're literally just trying to take that bit of the map away from your opponents as much as possible, but in a way that occasionally you might look to switch things up and even just hold all the way back. Just put fear into the hearts of your opponents. Either way, knife round is going to go the way of North Academy. We are heading into this one fairly shortly, just waiting for the side to be chosen. I imagine the North Academy are going to go for the CT side. I'd be quite surprised if they did anything else, and there we go. We will have the switch called. Now, again, just waiting for them to ready up. I'm interested, though. Anybody in the chat, predictions? Where do you think this is going? Obviously making you do my job instead. I personally think this is going to go the way of HellRaisers. I'm not sure whether 2-0. I think it probably will be Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0. I think it'll be 2-0 to HellRaisers. But do we have any like differing opinions? Do we have any Danes who are sort of thinking, no, North Academy, even with the new players? So now we're gonna take this one home. There could always be the sort of honeymoon period where everybody's extra motivated from having those extra 2 new players. Mr. Cobra's gone for HellRaisers. Okay. Just seeing if there's any difference. We've got Woxic fan. I do like Woxic's AWPing style. I still, there's still a little part of me that's just like, oh, could he have been in Space Soldiers? Like, I think Engine's a pretty reasonable AWPer, but do I think he's as explosive and exciting as Woxic? No. Do Space Soldiers need more explosive and exciting players? Probably not, but 2-0 to HellRaisers. So you're going with me on this one. So you're probably going to be wrong, because I'm normally wrong as well. Either way, we are heading into our pistol round. We've got DevFox with the majority of the utility. In fact, the only utility other than the decoy, but that doesn't count. And then the rest of the CT side, at least, have it's pure pistol and Kevlar. Going to be going fairly aggressive, looking for the peek into Banana, and also taking a spot out mid, but it's second mid, where we see the majority of the Ts, looking to try and split the raps, and already Zero's going to start things off with a bang. Woxic doesn't need Space Soldiers. Well, we're going to wait and see, aren't we? Because they've got them coming up later today. They may even face off against each other in the next round. Already, though, this is an absolute slaughter. HellRaisers have just ruined this CT defense. A pause is going to be called straight away, which is technical. I don't know how much a technical pause could have affected them to this extent, though, as they've just been destroyed. Pasha's going to stream tonight. Damn. Yeah, no, I know. Engine, well, Engine is the AWPer if anybody's going to be picking it up. Although Calyx does sometimes AWP a little bit, and I don't think he's bad at it, so that could be interesting. But yeah, I've always wondered if they will ever bring in a dedicated AWPer. But the one good thing about having someone who's like more of a sort of supportive and rifle player at the same time is that it just means that for Major, he can create so many dynamic strategies where it doesn't necessarily mean they have to have an AWP. I do like the fact that HellRaisers have sort of taken this gamble, though. Same with Issa. I remember commentating him during the Middle East qualifiers at WSG, and he was incredible. There were rounds where he would win 1v4s just sort of running around and just taking people down, headshotting everybody. There were points where his old team, I think it was Chosen 5, I may be wrong with that, used to just leave him on B site on cash alone, and that was it. They would just be like, yep, that site's now fine. The 4 of us are going to try and hold the rest of the map. And that's madness. Like, if anybody's actually that good, that's crazy. I'm hoping that he will have a good time here. Obviously, a ping a little bit of an issue, but he's still, it's not actually that bad. Here we go, though. CT side, they've got themselves the pistols. He wants to be an international player. Good on him. Aim high. Why not? T-side going to be taking complete banana control. We are going to have Issa looking for the spot in middle, and, well, catches out Mertz, who's attempting to go aggressive. Still a couple of players behind this smoke, but the CT side, they don't have a whole lot of utility. In fact, both remaining smokes they have are both over towards that A side of the map, so any sort of hold-off that they have will not be coming in onto B. Also just had to go for a bit more of a 2-2 split. Although, Gade's position, it has been spotted, but normally the T's from this point onwards would have expected him to fall back. Here we go, Gade. This could be perfect. He's going to go peeking in. Spots out one, but he doesn't even manage to find the kill. Eventually, will take down Woxic and just falls back. He gives all the information over towards his team. They still haven't taken him out of this position. He's going to go for the re-peek, but this time DevFox is waiting. Patience, key. Bomb is going to be going down. CT side do have the decision. If they find a quick kill, maybe they can go for this. And there you go, Acor. That's a nice shot. Manages one with the Deagle. Only SMGs left currently, but it's all, well, all UMPs, in fact. But Zero will be able to retrieve that AK-47. No real reason to peek, although Angel is doing a decent amount of damage. Now the pop flash comes in. They're going to try and run onto these remaining players. And it will just be a closeout from HR. Quite a bit of damage done, though, so that's something at least. But now it is just going to be a flat eco. No real chance for Mertz to get the AWP early on, so that's going to be a decent, well, a decent position for HellRaisers to be in, because that's one thing that really can take effect. But look at this, just a run down mid. Flawless round for the T side, so considering how many players they lost in the last round, to keep all 5 alive into this one, going to be a pretty good scenario. Another tech pause being called. And so far, so good for the T side. As I said, they lost quite a few players in this round, but because they kept everything flawless here, they're in a pretty good situation. And by the looks of things, they are going to go for a bonus round as well. Issa still with the MAC-10, a UMP onto Angel. But even if they lose, they'll be able to buy into the next round. And as long as they take down sort of 3+ players, the likelihood is the buy for the CT side is going to be worse. And that will just leave them in a great position to try and reset the economy with everything that they want. And then again, if they win the round, that's extra money made. They can pick up rifles on the 2 players with SMGs, or maybe just pick up anybody who died. And they'll be even in a better situation. So these sort of rounds, a lot of the time, are worth the risk. It does, however, give the chance if the CT side can sort of keep this one nice and clean. Oh, Issa? Has he decided against the bonus round? You check Issa's ping. Yeah, no, it's still the same, 52. Hasn't changed. Is he going to go for a rifle? I kind of want to see him keep the MAC-10. Especially, you have to take into account this round, especially. Well, most rounds the CT side aren't going to have head armor, unless they've got an abundance of cash. But this round, you almost know for certain they aren't going to have head armor. We're up, and Mertz, you can already see it bought in. Yeah, technical pause. Not sure why. I have been given no information. I do not know. There we go. Mertz is going to ask the question for us. Woxic has mouse problems. What brand is Woxic's mouse? Can we throw their company under the bus? Yeah, that's why he didn't ace. Yeah, Space Soldiers on Cobble are one of my favorite teams to watch on that map. Because, you know, like, if you ever watch Space Soldiers on Cobble, you know exactly what they're going to do. Like, I can tell you probably their most prominent strategy, which is Paz is going to run straight out Broken Wall, make a load of noise, maybe he gets killed, maybe he gets a kill, and then once the players from the CT side move out of drop, Zontares is going to drop down, and then Calyx will sit above. And then Zontares will probably get 2 kills peeking out of the left side of drop. He's just so good in that position. It is his spot. And I really enjoy watching their team on that map. And I think Major's another player where if you watch him play, he's so aware of every single spot that people can be in that you will see him sometimes get just like 2 or 3 kills through smoke, and you're thinking, that doesn't look right. And it's so nice to just watch somebody like that just methodically play the map. Woxic uses his left hand, that's the problem. He was just clicking the mouse wrong, that was it. It's like the clicker's broke. It's like, no, it's in your wrong hand. It's in your wrong hand. But switch over, switch over. Wouldn't it be great if he did switch hands and he was even better? But, oh, right hand. I don't even know if Space Soldier, like, if Zontares leaving Space Soldier, like, to learning English to join another team would be worth it. Because I feel like they are genuinely a team that have a lot of talent that could easily sort of build up. Every Space Soldier's follower hates Major. Well, I don't. He's in-game leader. He doesn't necessarily need to have the best aim in the world. He's got people like Zontares and Calyx on his team. Also, I like his ambition as well. Either way, we are into this one. It's going to be Angel to actually trade out the UMP, and Issa will keep that back 10. As said, only one player actually had head armor, and that is going to be Ankilde up in the apartments. He's got himself that Mag 7. Nice start, though, already. Acor's going to be going down. Only one man left on the site. New boy on the block for up. Got a lot of work to do. Try and hold down the site. Manages one, but DevFox is very quick to trade things back. However, on the other side of the map, as they're trying to hold the rotations, we are going to see a kill come in, leaving it into a 3 versus 3. The problem is, they've still got to deal with Zero. And I don't know if they even know he's there. The same question can be said, does Mertz actually know? There we go, he's going to turn around, and this actually gives a man advantage over towards the CT side, who do have a kit as well. Mertz looking to push back in. They still have a lot to do in the time that they have remaining. Even with a kit, not going to be a whole lot of time, but the smoke will at least deny the vision of DevFox for now. Molotov is going to force him back even further. In fact, he's just going to run straight into the smoke and try and hold. They still have to get moving, though, because they've got to defuse this bomb, and by the looks of things, they're gone. Running away. CT side will hold. Actually, one of the players goes down with a bomb. Just by throwing in the utility, they kill off one of the members. And actually, it is going to be the CT side able to drop a decent amount of rifles as well. I'm actually I'm a big fan of Calyx. As someone who's, again, at WSG, I met him briefly. He was incredible. He was playing for Dark Passage, and I just remember him actually playing versus Space Soldiers, and they almost beat them in a best of 3 because he was just nuts. And then Space Soldiers did the classic thing of, okay, you nearly beat us. We're just going to pick you up. I reckon they'd probably go for Epicenter. I don't know who's going to DreamHack Denver, but I imagine it's not quite as big as Epicenter. Peak coming out, Woxic with a nice start. They've got to be careful because nice aggression from Mertz. However, he's only going to get one, and a 1-for-1 trade is always going to benefit the T side. This thing that Tad's going to play again tomorrow, I think. I think that, yeah, it should be the upper bracket match tomorrow. Acor, boosted up, manages to find the dink and hits a second shot to another. Acor going ham at the moment, leaves it into a 2v2, and quickly his teammate leaves Zero alone up above the world so high, and Kilday rains death onto Zero. What about Space Soldiers? Space Soldiers are playing in a few hours on this channel. They'll be playing against MV Academy. And then they may also be playing tomorrow as well. I will have to check, but I think the idea is that the playoff matches will be tomorrow. So, yeah. Some pretty good matches there. T-side obviously losing their first round so far. Thank you, FEOs. Sorry if I've butchered your name. Issa. Be looking for the peak, an instant headshot onto Gade. Going to continue his push. Not quite going to catch out Mertz, who does now have that AWP, so expect him to be a little bit more threatening. Left completely behind. Zero's going to be going down. There isn't a trade just yet with a wraparound from Angel, and another kill from DevFox. Leaves only 2 players remaining. Make that one as Angel decapitates Baruch. And leaves only Acor left. But yeah, I will be casting the next match as well. So, Space Soldiers versus MV Academy. Casted by me, unless I, like, die or something. Then I feel like you guys can cut me a little bit of slack. Alright, how do I... So that... Is that... Luinad or Lujnad? It's not going to be Lujnad. So I'm going to go with Luinad. Thank you. Either way. Acor is going to be hitting one shot. At least takes down a member of the T side who don't have a huge amount of money left. Which is something at least, but it's a little bit worse for North Academy, whose money is absolutely ruined. Loss bonus obviously going to be at the absolute minimum. Only 1,400 into their accounts. And in the next round, it'll only be 1,900. And even adding that in, it's not really enough for the CT side to go for much of a buy. And you can see they are going to go for a bit of an investment. They know in the next round, they're just going to have to save again. So let's try and do some damage. If you can steal a round, absolutely great. But chances are it's not going to be happening. 5-1. HellRaisers looking strong so far. First version was right. Okay. already. Bit of a tag onto Angel. Not anything he's going to be worrying about. And you can already see how methodical HellRaisers are being at the moment. Just throwing out a decent amount of utility to clear all of those close range angles where the pistols are going to be most deadly. They should have a decent idea. It's either going to be a force buy with SMGs, maybe the odd rifle, or it will just be pistols. So you don't want anybody sitting that close. CT side, they're going to play quite a gamble strategy. Rotate players around, make sure that you sort of have a stack somewhere and you can quickly rotate back if necessary, because you don't have much. You've got to take some level of risk, and at the moment that seems to be heading over towards that B site. Smoke is going to go down. Nice work from Acor. We'll be able to hit it first, but a quick trade comes in. Woxic looking for more, does damage, but doesn't quite manage to kill. Still another man on the site, but again, it just seems to be the splitting apart of these remaining players. Smoke going to be replanted. Still more damage being done, but they're not getting any frags along the way. And now Mertz is the only one left alive. He can do damage with this Deagle. He's pretty damn good with it, in fact. But not in this situation. Issa, again, takes his head off. And currently, Dead Fox is 9-1. I have to admit, when they first formed this team, I was very skeptical with how Dead Fox was going to be playing. Because at least in the previous iteration of HellRaisers, he was primary AWPer. So to take that away from him, I was sort of worried that we would see him fall off. But in a lot of the matches that I've at least casted or watched, he's actually been doing really well. I think he may even be playing better with the rifle. And then if they need a double op setup on the CT side, he's your man. Obviously an ex-primary AWPer. It sort of happened when Kingwin formed and they put together Ralen and Spiro. And I was like, oh, well, who is going to be taking that primary AWPer role? Zero. Decent start. Almost gets taken down. Mertz actually will manage to get one. A little bit of money for him. And Kilday could actually drop an AWP. And, well, actually, I think Mertz will be able to afford his own one. That's another for Acor. So, again, still, players being dropped for HellRaisers. They're not keeping these Antigua rounds particularly clean. And Acor actually manages to retrieve himself an AK-47. Now, they've got plenty of money to buy into the next round anyway. 2,400. Oh, they didn't. He actually wanted not to be an AWP. Fair enough. Actually, CT side have managed to retrieve 2 AKs. So by the looks of it, they're just going to try and save in this round. Still not much of a chance to actually retake the site. No utility, no kits. And no armor. That's the big one. Who picked Inferno? HellRaisers. Next map will be Mirage, and if needed, the third map will be Cache. No real hump from the T side. They built up a little bit of money, but not anything that's worth just throwing guns away. They're probably going to know that the remaining CT players have managed to retrieve the AKs, so there'll be a little bit of a worry going into the next round, but at the same time, they're still going to have full rifles no matter what happens. And now I want to see what sort of buy we're going to have. We could see a double op setup from the CT side if they wanted to. Mertz is going to pick up one. The other would have gone on to Ankilde if he could have, well, if he wanted it, but it seems like they are just going to go with flat rifles. And this is the first time we've actually seen a decent amount of utility from them. Shout out for Christian. Okay. There you go. Done. Nailed it, I think. I probably said her name wrong, but... maybe not. Maybe I got it right for once. Deep smoke into banana. Control being taken. Now, I'll be interested to see if they leave only one player here. A lot of the time, you do see an extra rotation over towards the A site and a bit of a gamble. Now, it's a bit more likely if you have the AWP, and that's currently sat over towards the A site. Mertz has managed one already. It is just trades back at the moment, but still a man advantage. And actually, Mertz goes very aggressive there. He's the only man left on the site, and he tries to run in with a pistol. I think that's way too overzealous, and instead, he takes away that advantage. Smoke going to have to be thrown down again, as it was actually missed. We're up, going to be pushing straight through. Spots out Angel, not expecting anybody to be going through. Woxic into a 1 versus 1. Has the AWP. Acor is above. Spots him out as well. Just going to try and hide behind the pillar. Use the flashbang. Has the AWP. Even going for simple tactics, but it isn't going to work. A-Core will be able to win the round and defuse the bomb. There's going to be a second for North Academy. And yeah, there's a reason those are called, like, there's a reason Simple can do that and a lot of other people can't. A little bit crazy. Western ASEAN. Okay, interesting name. 7-2. T-side's still going to comfortably be able to buy. Be a little bit more of a struggle going into the next round if they don't get a bomb plant. But they do still have a few players on a decent amount of cash. Woxic looking for that peek in middle. Mertz is going to be his counterpart. Just be careful running around that corner. Mertz with a little bit too much to aim at. And Issa is already going to do a lot of damage early on. Once again, banana control going to be taken, and Marup will start things off with the initial kill. No trade in sight as of yet. What do you think about Simple? Time to... No. I don't think it's time to leave the Ukrainian team. It's way too early. They haven't been together that long. And every sort of new roster takes time to sort of work out how things are going to work. So, no. I think it's too early. If things don't pick up maybe in a few months, then sure. And you never know. If this Team Ukraine team for WSG does really well, they may just become the new Na'Vi. Who knows? Obviously, one of those players, form of Angel, is going to be going into that team game. In a little bit of a crossfire. Barup smoked off, but it won't matter. It's still going to be the kill going the way of the CT side. And they have gone for that gamble now with 4 players over towards the A site. A rotation will come back. Mertz, not going to be missing that one. A simple kill, just falls back, repositions, takes another angle. Pushdown. Zero is going to be able to get one, but DevFox, the only player left alive, 20 seconds to go. Mertz is going to take his head clean off. 3 kills for Mertz, big round for him. And it's going to be 7-3. Yeah, I have to say, I was a bit disappointed when they didn't add Electronic the first time. I'm looking forward to watching Team Russia as well in WSG because I absolutely love watching Electronic when he's allowed to play free. Because he's still allowed to play free a bit under Blade, but Blade obviously is a very sort of strict regime, a very team-based play. But when you look at sort of the Team Russia team, like last time, it was just incredible. Here we go though, very aggressive push coming down mid. And Kilday leading the charge, has that UMP, and they haven't spotted him. Nice spin around from Angel, but he's only going to be able to get one. And this change in pace has completely caught HellRaisers off guard. DevFox is the only one left alive again, unless he can pull off something incredible. Okay, never mind, he can't even spot the window of Mertz. Another big round from the CT side. They will now reset the economy of HellRaisers, and this is just going to have to be some pistols, a little bit invested. Camila. Hello, Camila. Right, I'm not... Don't want to do too many shout-outs, because I'll get in trouble. I won't get in trouble, but I'm going to tell you I am, because it's a bit weird. If they're there, if someone says hello to me, I'll say hello back, but otherwise it's a bit odd. CT side, double AWP setup, and nice shot from Mertz. Don't give this guy anything, as sometimes you'll lose your head. He's started to come into this game. The second he gets that AWP in hand, Mertz gets deadlier and deadlier. Shot will connect, and they're going to be going over. A-Core. Already going to be shutting down one more, and only a couple of players left now for the T side. AZ Owls. 0. Almost getting one, but instead Issa. Now the only one left alive. See how much damage he can do. Doesn't know that the player's no longer there. And Mertz. Surely, he's not going to miss. 5-7. 4-round streak now for the CT side. Getting their rhythm after picking up all that extra utility. It's definitely looked like they've come into their own. They've been able to take control of Banana, even going for some aggressive pushes in mid. And everybody seems to have kicked into gear. The good thing about it as well is they've managed to sort of win rounds so cleanly that they've actually just managed to build up so much money off the 4 rounds that they've had. You can look at the cash. 9,000 currently on Mertz, and the minimum they have is 2,800. But there is now a buy back in. Woxic, Glass Cannon AWP, so doesn't quite have enough money. And Acor actually going to peek out and give Angel the first kill. A gift, almost on a platter for the in-game leader for this team. I think the problem with Mertz at the moment is he isn't that consistent. Like, he can have incredible games, but sometimes you'll see no impact at all, whereas with Cajun, you know what you get. Very, very consistent fragger. Gade. And also, like, he will hit all the sort of shots. He could hold an angle and just hit the shot 9 times out of 10, whereas someone like Mertz may hit more incredible shots or crazier flicks, but sometimes you just need the guy who's going to hit the shot that you need, rather than win a round out of nothing, which is also useful too. Mertz, well, there you go. There's a missed shot for you. Obviously, a little bit unfair at the timing, but anyway, Angel is going to find another one, and now the CT side are in trouble, and Kilde does manage to trade one back. Push through, but Woxic is aware of the danger, and Gade, well, not looking good for him, is it? As said, CT side have got plenty of money built up, so they are going to be able to buy into the next. Only a couple more rounds after this anyway, so they're unlikely to run out of money until the end of the half. But even still, this does mean HellRaisers have won the T side. This isn't an anime stream. Not yet. Not yet. Soon. Who do I think is going to win the map? Probably HellRaisers. I've said I think HellRaisers are going to win 2-0. So, if I was to say that North Academy would win this map, I'd be a little bit nuts. Either way, though, Gade will be able to keep a lot of utility and his AK-47, and will even drop an AWP over as well. I wonder if we'll see the double op setup back in play with Will, so that's going to be juggled around. This does mean that this is a very, very expensive round. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure who North Academy would really loan their players to who are going to be going to LANs anyway. Like, that's sort of the problem. Like, they would have to join someone like Heroic, and I think if one of these players got an offer from Heroic, they might just take it anyway. I don't know. I don't know what sort of offer they're getting with the Academy team. Here we go. Peak count. Nice start from Mertz once again. Also, Yugi is incredible, so I don't think anybody's going to be replacing him as the AWPer for the team anytime soon. East side now a man down. What do I think about Issa's contract? I don't know anything about Issa's contract. I think he's a decent signing for them and definitely worth a shot. Currently, well, I would say 4th on the board, but at the same time, it's a pretty close sort of round. Sort of kill tally. Still another smoke for the CT side. They're buying themselves an awful lot of time. We're getting down to the last 30 seconds of the round, and they've just bought roughly about 17 seconds worth of smoke. And because of that, the T's are just going to have to try and execute through it. They've got a Molotov as well, and this is just a well-structured round from the CT side, trying to hold off these positions, and as you can see, they've done so much damage already that only 0 will remain. Manages to at least find 1. If he can drop the AWP, that might be some cost, but I think they can afford it anyway. Acor just going to be waiting in the smoke, and, oh, okay, 0 even gets 1 with the Glock. That's something at least. It's not going to matter. AWP will be retrieved, and they can buy another one anyway. They've signed Woxic, but haven't signed Issa yet. To be honest, I don't really know. I think that he could be a big talent. Obviously, playing most of the games they played online, it's kind of difficult to say how well he's actually going to be doing. But, yeah. There is a lot of talent out there, so it'll be interesting to see if they do want to keep him and make a change. Mertz, incredible shot to start things off. There will be a trade back, and now Gade sprays, and they do bring it back to an 8-7. Now, that's not bad at all, considering the half was 7-1 up for HellRaisers not too long ago. So to bring it back to at least a close scenario, I Means that they can definitely get themselves off to a strong start here. Issa has visa issues. That doesn't surprise me. He's from Jordan, right? Obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. Who is in-game leader for North? I actually don't know. I'm going to stick with Gade, because whatever that says, I cannot read. MSL. Stop called, so... Oh, never mind. Oh, this is getting a little bit confusing. Woxer going to have a lot of players coming his way and doesn't manage to find anything as of yet. There's 3 players on this B site, but goes down to absolutely none. Slaughter comes in, or are we going to have some controversy? Well, this is about to get quite interesting. Thank you very much, Alone Laz. It's one of those things, because it is, they did call a stop. And you can't, like, to say stop and then say never mind. I do understand that HellRaisers will, like, a lot of the time they're going to take a sort of aggressive peek. And then if somebody says stop, you just don't continue what you're doing. So, it was sort of one of those situations where, realistically, they should restart. By the looks of things, North Academy are not going to sort of argue the facts. So, that's decent at least. Admin's gone sleeping. There we go. We're back. We're back. It's a good strat, isn't it? Stop, no, go, stop, go, stop, go. We're playing like red light, green light, red light. Oh, I saw you move. Well, we are going to have a replay of the round. This never mind tactic is sick, by the way. We'll see. You never know. See, now North Academy have to play the mind games. Do they do the exact same thing again and just run straight up banana? Or do they change what they're doing? Now, I'm hoping they just run straight up banana again. I think that would be quite good if they just go barreling straight up. But by the looks of things, they are actually going to change their pistol round strat. So now there will be 3 players pushing over towards banana. CT side haven't changed a thing. They've gone for the exact same strat. And by the looks of it, Woxic's going to die in the exact same way once again anyway. He's going to be coming out. CT side trying to find a trade, but as of right now, can't find a single thing. Actually, Barup is going to find another dink as well, so lots of damage being done to this CT defense. It may not matter in the end, although here we go. Push onto the A site. Equal goes down. Angel trying to tap shots away, but he may be overwhelmed. He does have support from Issa, who's got to do a lot of work here, but won't be able to achieve anything. Zero and DevFox looking for that rotation. DevFox with the majority of their HP. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any armor. He is going to suffer from aim punch and also just taking more damage from any bullets that connect him. Nade going to take down Zero. And DevFox, I don't think he has much hope here. Barup's very low on HP. It won't matter, though. In the corner, and it's going to be the same result anyway. It will be the T side getting away with that pistol round. Unfortunately, this time HellRaisers can't ask for it to be replayed again. The round was restarted because as they were running towards the B site, one of the North players tried to call a stop, which basically means the round would be completely just doesn't count. So when the HellRaisers guys went to push banana, they just gave up and went back to the site, and then they continued to push anyway and said never mind. So it was more just the the T side basically making a mistake, thinking that somebody had lagged out. And, but yeah, they restarted the round anyway, and the result was the same. So, North Academy taking the pistol, bringing things to 8-8. And now the CT side are just going to have to force into this round. They've got themselves the CZs. Seem to be the favoured pistol at the moment, just based off all the others being nerfed. I wonder if the nerf to the CZ is coming soon, as it's still pretty powerful. There's 3 players currently waiting on Banana. The T's looking to try and take control. They haven't spotted Zero close, but the free fire from Mertz comes in. However, very quick trade from the CT side, and this is actually going to manage to get another one. Still, they have the rifle. What can the rifle do? Barup looks to try and find the kill, but it is going to be the fallback from these CT players. They should know that there's only 2 players here on the T side, which will leave it into a 2 versus 2 angle being held. DevFox using that fountain to his advantage, and a straight break back. DevFox with 3 kills in this round. 2 rifles will be picked up, and now the T side, after winning themselves the pistol twice, are now going to have to be forcing back up themselves and just getting some pistols in. Side have forced in, as said, got themselves a decent amount of pistols. Not so much on utility, although, and Kilday has actually avoided Kevlar, or not avoided, he's decided not to buy it because he's going to have some utility instead. CT side with all rifles across the board, not a single SMG. They know there's a force buy coming, but don't want to take any risks. The fact is, this could be a chance for them to make a lot of money, but they know the best advantage they can have, sit back towards these sites, play the long-range game. Of course, the Deagle still could take them down, but it's much more likely that the rifles are going to win this battle. Here we go. Smoke setup. Pushing in. Trying to leave a lot of these players without any vision. Get nice and close, and there's Mertz to start things off. DevFox looking to try and trade, but up from above will be Barup, and he tries to spam over the top, but it will be Woxic to hit a decent amount of damage back. Now, because they've gone for the rifles over the SMGs, the CT side don't actually have a whole lot of utility themselves, and look at the rifles that have now been picked up. Mertz and Acor with an M4 apiece. There's a decent chance that the T side are going to be able to hold on to this round, but let's see. No kit as well, which is going to be a big problem. The CT side are going to have to get their move on, otherwise it will be a straight break back. 2 people coming in from the church side. Will be a couple of kills all the way down to just Mertz, and great retake from the remaining 2. Woxic has managed to retrieve a kit as well, so that will buy them a little bit of extra time, and it will be 3 kills for him. Issa with 1, and HellRaisers just about managed to hold on. Ten to 8. Once again, just going to be some pistols invested. Now, considering what was invested into the last round, a lot of damage done. If they could do similar, that would be great. Missed shot from Woxic, though. He's going to hit the harder one, if anything. Pops the head of Acor. Down within seconds. And they do have an SMG in this round to try and make a little bit of extra cash. Mertz, he's so good with hitting shots with this Deagle. However, Woxic, quick enough with the trade back. Another for Angel. Let's be careful. There's a man close, and Kilday about to push into his crosshair, and, well, that's another already. 2 players dropped. Mertz is going to go back and retrieve the bomb. Woxic missed a shot. Hi, Reddit. DevFox just going to throw the smoke down. Doesn't want to risk giving away his life. A little bit of a gap in it. We are going to see Mertz pushing into the angle, and again he hits the shot. He's so good with this Deagle. Leaves it into a 2 versus 2. This is getting scary now for HellRaisers. They're losing way too many players to these pistols. They now have to try and retake as well. In the corner, and they're not going to check the angle, and Kilday turns it into a 1v2 and hits the final shot. A round stolen from North Academy, and look at what they've done to the economy of HellRaisers. Only 2 players surviving in the last round. A win based off deagles and not much else in this. And that's a big mistake for HellRaisers to make. They're now going to try and force things up themselves. Angel will have a rifle and SMG purchased for 0, and the remaining 2 players probably going to go for those CZs as well. Anyway, we've seen them do it before with less. The CZs have been deadly for this HellRaiser side. Nade going to do a little bit of damage to Woxic because he's going to try and get himself nice and close. Issa does have a flashbang, but he's on the other side. I think Woxic's there, though. Could pop flash him down Banana. Close angles being held. Of course, a lot of utility for the T side to just sort of feel out the map. Clear these close range positions. There is that pop flash. Unfortunately, at the moment, there's nobody here, but it does give a lot of information. The rotation can come in from DevFox. He's going to be onto the A site arch side by the time they look to push in, and tries to get himself close. Really, all he needs is to get a trade, but, well, not going to manage that. And Kilday and Acor with a couple of entries. We do have Angel with the rifle, though. Spots one, looking for the second, tries to reposition, but Mertz is too quick, taking him down as well, and leaving Issa as the only man remaining. Now, he's going to spot Acor, who's very low on HP. Shot's going to be rattled off. Looking for that AK. May just look to run away now. Ideally, in your head, a lot of players will sort of be thinking, I want to take one with me. But in this scenario, not really going to be worth it. CT side are going to have to save into the next round. So him keeping a CZ and an AK-47 means he can drop that over to a teammate. And the rest of the team will be able to just sort of save. He'll try and do as much damage as possible, which... Issa is a man who can do it. It's just at the moment he's been pretty quiet. Had a few impactful rounds, but not anything too major for him. And, well, I know for a fact that he can do a lot more. I've seen him do a lot more. I think if we get to Cash, we may get to witness what this guy can do. Because that's the map I remember him being absolutely incredible on. It's just a map that Issa likes. Not necessarily HellRaisers, but Issa, pretty good at that map. Hello, Raisined. Don't listen to Insomnia. He's mad. Never listen to him. He's only got the mod thing because he paid me off. CT side, as I said, they won't have too much invested into this round. Just that CZ, P250 picked up onto Angel. Still got that AK-47, but it's currently going to be going aggressive on the other side of the map towards A. And you could just see the T's, they're going to be holding a default. Waiting patiently for the push to come in. Ooh, there we go, nice and easy for Barup, making a load of cash, and now it's only that AK-47 left. It may want to be saved, but actually, okay, Issa just going to peek wide into middle, and that will be 11-10. North Academy take the lead on the T side. When he went 2015 JW. Yeah, he can definitely explode onto a map. Especially a map like this, just sheer aggression. But he hasn't got the AWP yet. And that's really what we want to be seeing at AWP. The Danes have, however, taken the lead. Of course, this is the map pick of HellRaisers. It's the first proper buy we've really seen since they were reset. Lots of Molotovs thrown onto Banana and a little bit of damage done onto Barup, who actually still has himself the MAC-10. In-game leader on HellRaisers is Angel, or at least the last time I checked. You do a really good job. Thank you, Theodris. I appreciate it. Oh, Gade! Nice start. It takes Acor to actually help him finish his dinner. But it's already going to be the double entry from the T side. Looking strong so far. Not really much of a response. CT side looking like they're gambling further over towards the B side. Unfortunately, they have gambled wrong. And it is just going to be a complete A take. Mertz going to be waiting. Finishes off one with the AWP. And the remaining two players are just going to have to try and sit back and save. 12 to 10. My prediction starting to look a little bit worrying. We have seen some slip-ups from HellRaisers. They've been doing well recently. They can take maps off Na'Vi, but then lose to Jalapeno, which should not be happening. A sort of Swedish mix with Freddy Frog, Relaxer, against a team that obviously want to be getting into the sort of top iterations of the CS rankings. Looking to try and challenge for tournaments. It shouldn't be losing those matches. We're up. Manages to finish off one. Of course, the T side with plenty of cash to try and hunt these remaining frags. Zero. Is he going to survive? He's doing a pretty good job, but Mertz is just going to shoot him in the back right at the end. Of course, they got plenty of money to buy a backup with anyway. And now the CT side, well, they're just going to have to go for a few pistols. A lot of their players starting to go quiet now. We saw a decent sort of start from quite a few of them. Issa was doing all right. We had DevFox and Woxic going off, but everyone seems to have just gone a little bit quiet in the last few rounds. There we go, though. DevFox, he's had enough of that blasted CZ. And instead is going to opt for the Deagle. Mertz is waiting on the other side, literally just watching like a hawk. He's expecting somebody to push into this angle. Right behind, and, well, doesn't quite get the kill, but it doesn't matter. Baruch is there to support him anyway. Any further aggression is just being taken down as Gade manages another. Push. Still looking to try and go back in. DevFox with the Deagle, looking for his first. Lots of spam coming through. Does manage one. A second still there. Has support from Woxic as well. Somehow they've managed to even things up into a 3 versus 3. No rifle to be retrieved as of yet, though, and not much utility to play with. They have one flashbang. Molotov's going to be thrown out just to try and make sure that they can't retrieve any of that weaponry. But in the meantime, DevFox now going to look to try and rotate back towards that A side of the map. Support Issa, who's currently up in apartments. However, the T's seem somewhat hesitant. 35 seconds left on the clock. Bomb facing into middle. Rotation coming back from DevFox. And I don't even think that the T side really know where they're going. Eventually, they're going to settle on going for the B site, and that could be the right decision now for the CT side, who have gambled the majority of their players over towards that side of the map. The reason being, because Issa's in such an aggressive angle that he can give them every single piece of information they need, and they have a good chance here. All they have to do is drop that bomb. That's all that's needed of them. 7 seconds left, and they have failed. 4 seconds. That is on the dot. How much time you need to plant the bomb? Well, 3.5 to be exact. Issa 1 versus 2. Spamming the shots away. Gets the first, but will he expect the second player in dark? That's just not an expected angle. There's so many positions left to check. To have 2 players in this corner is just almost cruelty, because there's no way that Issa is going to be checking this. And it's a very simple kill for Acor in the end. 12 or 13 to 10. Very, very close to actually managing to steal that one away. But now comes the big buy. AWP for Woxic. Everybody else can have their rifles. They could even throw in a second AWP if they really wanted to. I think it'd be quite a big risk to go for, especially this early on. Well, not early on, but this soon into your sort of first buy round. And DevFox isn't going to do it. So it is just going to be with a 1 AWP along with the rifles. Kevlar every single player, a couple of kits, and a decent amount of utility as well. So this is the best buy we've seen for HellRaisers by quite a margin. And there's the aggression from Woxic. Straight into Banana. Down goes Mertz. He even hits the second shot through the wall as well. A lot of damage done by this AWP early, and then he's out of there. Straight back around towards the A site. New angle to take, and a different spot that the T's will have to clear to get rid of this AWPer. Insomnia, if this is true, then you've rigged it. I'm just saying. Nice work from Zero. Spraying back through the smoke. Woxic going to be going peeking into middle. Looking like he's looking for further aggression. They already have a 2-man advantage. It's not completely necessary for him to go around this corner. But it looks... Oh, he spots the leg. He's going to get caught because of it. Punished. And now Angel has to try and defend this site alone. He's not going to be able to do it. It is going to be back into a 2 versus 2. The bomb yet to be retrieved, though. Gade. Sat back. He's going to get caught out as Zero runs through the smoke. But it's likely that Enkilde now just going to run straight towards B. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. However, was he spotted? I think Zero may have heard the footsteps. It's going to give all the information over to his teammate of DevFox, who is just going to be waiting. Smoke going to go down. And Enkilde just going to go straight for the plant. Shot through actually does hit him. And now picks up a Molotov, throws that on as well. And Enkilde just getting damaged down. And it will be HellRaisers to take their 11th round. AWP will be retrieved from DevFox as well. So that can go straight into the hands of Woxic once again. The problem, though, is that North Academy, they have so much money and the chance to reset their opponent. Only 2 players surviving in the end for HellRaisers. And it has to be said that the aggression right towards the sort of latter stages of that round really wasn't necessary. They already had a 2-man advantage. Woxic didn't need to go for the peak. It is his style of play. So you sort of, a lot of the time people talk about, oh, he shouldn't have taken that, he shouldn't have done this. But it would have been worse for him to sit back some of the time. But you do just have to wonder, okay, was it really necessary? Already, though, he's hit the leg shot. Nice shot from Mertz. Again, they try and peek over that wall. And I don't know, it sort of seems like a level of insanity to keep going for that when this man is just popping heads. Woxic is going to rotate quickly over towards that B side of the map and try and find a trade. Doesn't manage to kill Mertz. Does hit the shot. He's already hit a couple of tags and off he goes again. Rotating back around. Peek out from Issa. Goes very aggressive and manages to even things up. Back to a 4 versus 4. Woxic has already rotated in as the push looks to come around. He's got to be careful because there is a man coming from behind. He's going to re-peek him. Misses the second, but Angel is here. Steps up and takes down Mertz. Only 2 players left. 44 seconds. They got plenty of time. It will be a quick trade, but there's another man in pit they have to deal with, and Woxic decapitates Enkilde. 13 to 12. Money is still there for the T side, however. Hey, Yog Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Pause called by North Academy. Reason being is this is actually the round where they will have to sort of go for pistols in the next. If they get a bomb plant, they'll have 2,400 plus a bomb plant plus a little bit of extra cash. So they'll probably be able to buy anyway. The thing is, they want to win this one not only to stop their economy being at risk, they want to stop the equalization, and also they want to reset HellRaisers. Deny that AWP, because that has been a massive factor. The second Woxic has got that in hand, the rounds have just started changing. He's been hitting early shots, doing a lot of damage, and also just being a pain. Basically a pain in the butt. Just anywhere on the map. 22 and 16. His counter-AWP in Mertz is currently the top fragger in the server. Yeah, Woxic is the primary AWPer. DevFox is secondary and normally plays rifles now. Doesn't have one into this round. They don't have the money for it, though. So I wonder if it would be a case that they may pick it up a little bit later. Although there isn't that much later to go in this map. We are sat at 13-12. A nice comeback in the first half as HellRaisers really could have run away with things early. But there's that pop flash. Woxic again. That's the second time round that corner. He's been caught out, and Gade with a double entry into that A site. Angel will at least be able to trade one back, but I don't think he's going to last for too long as Acor manages another. And the remaining 2 players on HellRaisers are just going to be running for the hills. 14 to 12. I would imagine that the CT side are going to force into this next one. Now, with the loss bonus, 1400, Zero will have 3 grand on the dot. If he gets a kill, that's a M4. If not, probably a FAMAS or a UMP. Dead Fox can drop a rifle, so that's no problem. And even if they were to save, I don't think they get a better round going into the round after anyway. And I think they've just got to go for it here. Yeah, as we said, North Academy entry fragging has been incredible. Gade has been doing a good job. Acor has got some of his own as well. And just getting those sort of entry frags can set up somebody like Mertz to have just a little bit more space on the map. Because the second players have to rotate, that's where an AWP on the T side of Inferno is just so valuable. We saw it in the round where he was sort of lurking on Banana. Anybody tries to rotate, they have to push into Mertz, and he's not going to miss. And even if he does, he has the chance to fall back away. As said, FAMAS, 1M4 dropped. Angel is going to have to take the hit for the team, the in-game leader being the one to lose out on a rifle. No AWP. And the way that the CTs are going to sort of rectify the fact they don't have a lot in this round is by going very aggressive indeed. And actually, there's that missed shot from Mertz. It comes every once in a while. Peak going to be coming out. Angel manages one with that CZ, and maybe this isn't a burden for him at all. He's managed to pick up 2, giving them a very strong start to this round. A nice change-up from them. They didn't throw deep smokes, which is actually really interesting. They just snuck down Banana. Now, it's very risky. Very, very risky indeed that they were able to push all the way down without anybody spotting them. But it worked. Not something you'd expect. Normally, you see some level of utility thrown out from the CT side. We are going to see a wraparound from Arch, though. Acor with Gade. Oh, Angel's pretty low on HP. They are, however, aware. Because of the positions that are currently being held by their CT compadres, that there is a chance that there'll be a wraparound. Zero has to be quite careful here, because he is very much in the open. Angel actually going to turn his back. The timing here has just been off, but Zero's now holding the angle instead. Turnaround can come in, but Gade again. Double entry towards that B site. It is going to be him in a 1 versus 2. Bomb plant will help his team going into the next round. That's some extra money. That's confirmed a buy. They probably have one anyway, but that makes sure of it. And now it is going to be Issa and Woxic to save it. The CTs desperately need this round. The Ts, they're going to have a buy no matter what. They win the round, they have a buy. They lose the round, they have a buy. HellRaisers, they win the round, they get to continue fighting. They lose the round, it is just going to be pistols, and they'll have to try and risk everything. The plant is going to be over towards Banana. Actually going to be further down, but there's the second one. Forces getting out, but they line up! Nobody watches to see if he's there, and he manages to kill off both players in the nick of time. Brilliant stuff from Gade. 4 kills, a 1 versus 4 clutch, and unbelievable. HellRaisers now going to be left with pistols. You have to remember, there was a point in this game where they were winning 7-1, and now they're fighting to stay in their own map choice. Sheer aggression from the CT side. They're running down mid. They're running down Banana. Zero looking for the peak. He will actually get one at range. The CZ, okay. Okay, Valve. What's up next on the pistol nerf? I think we know. Four v 3. They do actually have a man advantage, but it's still in way. Okay, they don't have a man advantage. I was wrong. I take it back. Three v 3. Only one man over towards that B side. Dev Fox. Gonna be waiting. Probably gonna throw down the smoke if he hears anybody coming towards Banana. B side just gonna try and make their way up middle. Now there's gonna be 2 players over towards this A side of the map. So again, the gamble is correct. Issa, can he have the impact that is necessary of him? Already been spotted. Hits the first. He's very low on HP, however, but the flashbang doesn't work. That gives the second over. He will eventually be traded, and look who it is again. Gade. He's been massive in the last couple of rounds, but is he going to check the corner of the site? The answer is no. Woxic will make this 15-13. The CT side will survive to fight another day, and look at now the T-Money. For anybody wondering, T-Money, also my rap name, but it is... There's going to be some pistols, and by the looks of things, at least for Mertz, he's going to be buying. Now, we know that he likes to play the Deagle, probably over anything else other than the AWP. How much damage can they do? The rest of the team are going to be able to buy rifles in the next round anyway. Mertz is probably just going to go for a Deagle. Maybe a UMP. And to be fair, the way he's been playing with the Deagle, I don't mind that at all. He'll look to try and make things costly, but it will come down, or at least should come down, to all 30 rounds of this map. And then it'll be down to North Academy to just take it over the line from there. There we go. Angel with a nice, crisp headshot. Gade going to be out. No heroics from him in this round. He's moved right up to the top of at least the fragging scale with 25 kills. And in the last few rounds, he's been incredible. 1 versus 4 we saw just a couple of rounds ago with a double spray down to finish. This round at least, as said, just pistols. Most of them with absolutely nothing. And only Mertz with this trusty Deeg. Can he take anybody down? They're going to want to try and get a bomb plant just for a little bit of extra money. Spam going to be going through the smoke. And now the push will be coming in onto the site. Spots out one, looking for the shots, but he'll go down without any sort of response. And the likelihood is the remaining 2 players should be meeting the same fate. Will at least have a dink hit. And, okay, Barup at least gets 1. He shouldn't get any more, but actually Zero's pretty low on HP. Barup will be able to retreat back and hold on to that M4. 11 seconds left, though. And we'll go down. 15-14. Map point still for North Academy, but HellRaisers with their survival pants on. Put on in case of overtime scenario. Dead Fox has just forgotten to buy armor. You absolute potato. He just bought nades instead. Oh god, that's a mistake. So obviously he was given the AK-47, I think, going into this round, and yeah, drops an AWP. He could have bought armor. I want to point that out. He had 1,000 when he bought all of those nades, so that's yeah, that's a mistake. I wonder if he'll notice. That's the question. Does he actually know? Tactical pause obviously taken from North. As said, we'll have Mertz on the Deagle. Everybody else just going to have their AKs. But yeah, no armor for DevFox in this round. We'll see. Will that mistake be costly? That's the big thing. Will this be costly? Because it's not like he's done that in just any old round. But there we go. Angel has gone aggressive and found 2. That's a magnificent start for the CT side. No, he hasn't got Kevlar. Can the T's bring this one back, or are we going to be heading off to overtime? On map number 1, the choice of HellRaisers. Orb going to be into the hands of Woxic. Be looking for the spot. They will actually look to try and push onto shore. It's going to be Gade leading the charge. He's been brilliant on these entries. Can he do it once again? Trying to sneak past. Actually, the flash comes in, but it's going to be Issa to get the first duel. Trade back from Merch with the AK. Gets a second as well. Pops the head of Woxic, and there's an AWP on the floor. Not going to be able to retrieve it just yet, and probably won't go for it at all. And now the rotation comes in. DevFox, as said, no armor in this situation. Aim punch is going to be a problem. So are all of these nades. But here comes the push. Leading his way back in. Right through the smoke. Into the Molotov. Already sprayed down one and killed it. Looking for the second. And it will be North Academy. A great performance from the remaining two players in that round to hold on. And it will be them taking map number 1. HellRaisers losing their map choice. And they will have to head onto Mirage and try to take things back. Guys, if you have enjoyed the cast, don't forget, you can always type !caster in the chat. Every follow is appreciated. And either way, we'll be back in just a moment for map number 2.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2, make a prediction for picks and bans.
Playing CSGO, guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.